Hey, did you catch the news from SDCC 24 about the new Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series?
It's coming to Paramount Plus as a continuation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem film.
During the panel, the creators and stars revealed some exciting details about new characters and voice talent.
This season, we'll see Leo, Raph, Donnie, and Mikey continuing to protect New York City while dealing with their teenage lives. They'll be pursuing individual paths, but a new villain, Bishop, voiced by Alana Ubach, will bring them back together.
Bishop is out to destroy all mutants with her army of robots called Mekazoids.
We'll also see the Turtles facing off against the street gang, the Purple Dragons.
Two key members are Hun, voiced by Carlin James, and Angel, voiced by Jamila Velasquez. In the second arc, the Turtles clash with a group of aquatic mutants called the East River Three. This group includes their leader Goldfin, Timothy Oliphant, Electrical Enforcer Lee the Eel, Jillian Bell, and the monstrous Mustang Sally, Danny Trejo. We even got a sneak peek at their henchmen, the Sea Enemies.
The creators also shared two main title sequences that introduced more new additions.
The East River 3 arc's title sequence showed multiple members of the Mutanimals, including Wingnut, Ray Fillet, and Genghis Toad.
Fans of Mutant Mayhem will be happy to know the original voice actors are reprising their roles. Unfortunately, fans who weren't at the event will have to wait for the series premiere to see that opening. However, Paramount Plus did share another main title sequence featuring Hun of the Purple Dragons and Metalhead, the robotic turtle. It's shaping up to be an awesome series with lots of new and familiar faces. Meanwhile, this summer is shaping up to be an awesome series with lots of new and familiar faces.
Did you catch the news from San Diego Comic-Con?
Marvel just revealed details about a new Psylocke series starting this November, written by Alyssa Wong and illustrated by Vincenzo Caratu.
Psylocke, also known as Quan Nan, is going solo in this series.
You might remember her from her standout roles in titles like Hellions and Uncanny Avengers.
Now, she's taking center stage. The series will connect with the new X-Men #1 by Jed MacKay and Ryan Stegman, where Psylocke lends her skills to Cyclops' team. However, there are some missions too dark for the X-Men, and that's where Psylocke steps in, drawing on her brutal past. The story will dive into her relationship with her lover Greycrow, explore her harsh upbringing with the Hand, and introduce a new villain called the Taxonomist. The creators described it as a deep dive into Psylocke's violent and complicated history. Lastly, hey, did you hear about the latest from SDCC 24?
They had a panel all about the Massiverse, and it was packed with exciting news. The creators behind the Massiverse from Image Comics, Kyle Higgins, Brian Buccellato, Melissa Flores, Ryan Parrott, and Joe Clark, shared some awesome updates. Kyle Higgins talked about how each book in the Massiverse is designed to stand alone, so you can pick up any one of them without feeling lost. He mentioned that every year they do a supermassive one-shot that ties all the stories together. This year, it's focusing on the aftermath of Radiant Black's Catalyst War. Ryan Parrott even joked that Rogue Sun hasn't met the original Radiant Black, Nathan Burnett, yet, which shows how these stories are still developing in unique ways. Melissa Flores discussed wrapping up The Dead Lucky but made it clear that it's not the end for her character, Bibi Lopez Yang. Higgins also showed off some artwork for the next volume of Inferno Girl Red and described it as YA Hope Punk, focusing on themes of self-belief. Rogue Sun is set to launch a new story arc with Dylan Siegel going after a mysterious villain named Morningstar, and we can expect more supernatural elements and new characters in the future. A surprise announcement was the return of COWL, Higgins' first creator-owned series. They're bringing it back as COWL 1964, which will be part of the Massiverse. Plus, there's a vinyl record coming out with music from the original series. The biggest news was about Radiant Black and No/1. After the Catalyst War ends with issues number 30 and hashtag 30.5, Radiant Black will take a break until February 2025. Higgins mentioned his knee surgery impacted the schedule, but they're committed to bringing the series back on a monthly basis. They also announced a Radiant Black audiobook with an incredible cast, including Ryder Strong as Nathan and Wilfriedel as Marshall, among others. And get this, the Massiverse is getting its own movie. Who is No/1 will build on the events of the No/1 series, with Higgins and Buccellato producing and co-writing, and Higgins directing. Buccellato called it a labor of love, which really sums up the dedication they have to this universe.